Ladies and gentlemen, all of my sports fans everywhere, welcome to another video. We got something very entertaining for you guys. I'm going to be filling out my March Madness bracket. Now, this comes with a caveat. So, it's currently Thursday, and the tournament actually already started. So, I can't necessarily fill out my bracket because I got locked out. But my defense, which I didn't know about, they sent me an email this morning at 2 o'clock saying brackets expire tomorrow. So when I meant tomorrow, I thought it meant the next day, meaning Friday. But it obviously meant 12 p.m. this afternoon. So the brackets are locked out. But I got you guys. Don't worry. We're going to do it via the computer still. Yeah, it's not going to be interactive, but you guys are still going to see my picks. And I'm going to be writing it down with you guys. So let's get right into it. Look, y'all, just filled out my bracket on paper because I couldn't do it online and I got confused there for a minute, but we're ready to go. And let's get right into the picks. So you guys follow along. I won't be able to sit here and visually show y'all my picks, but this is going to be round of 32, and this is going to be my picks for the rounds up of 32. So we're going to do it right here. I'm going to have Auburn beating Alabama State in this game. They already are, but they're going to end up beating them. I have Creighton beating Louisville. That was my pick. I have Michigan beating San Diego. I have Texas A&M beating Yale. I have, surprisingly, I have my Duke shirt on, but I'm going to say it. It might be sacrilegious, but I'm going to say it. I have North Carolina beating Ole Miss. I have Iowa State beating Lipscomb. I have Marquette beating New Mexico. And I have Michigan State beating Bryant. Moving on to the east side of the bracket, I have Duke beating St. Mary's. That's probably going to be my final pick, by the way. But I actually have Baylor beating Mississippi State. I have Oregon beating Liberty. I have Arizona beating Akron. I have BYU beating VCU. I did have Wisconsin beating Montana, but it's already happened, but I was on the record. I know it. Another kind of upset I got here, I got Vanderbilt over St. Mary's, and I have Alabama beating Robert Morris. We're going to move down to the west side of the bracket. I have Florida beating Norfolk Saint. I have UConn beating Oklahoma. Look, I understand Dan Hurley and the guys haven't had a good season, but I got to be honest, I think UConn's going to bounce back. They're going to go semi-deep in the tournament. I don't have them going as far as you think, though, because they're going to have to face Florida in the very next round. But they can win a game. It was a down year for Dan Hurling, but he's going to get back into it next year. Don't worry. For Christ's sake, he did pass up the Lakers' job. So he's going to cook. He's going to cook. The AD just paid him a whole lot of money, but we're going to get better. But moving on. So I have UConn beating Oklahoma. I have Memphis beating Colorado State. I have Maryland beating Grand Canyon. I have Missouri beating Drake. I have Texas Tech beating Wilmington. I have Kansas beating Arkansas. And I have St. John's beating Omaha. Moving to the Midwest part of the bracket, I have our hometown hero, Mr. Kelvin Sampson, the man, the myth, the legend. He is going to go up against SIUE. Maybe that's Southern Illinois. Yeah, that's Southern Illinois. So he is going to catch that dub against them. Well, it's already happened. I didn't even see that. They're going to win against Southern Illinois. I have Gonzaga actually beating Georgia, and as you can see, that was already happening. But I'm on the record. I have I have the receipts. Okay, so I got that too. This is going to probably be, from what you see from the score, this is probably going to be my number one upset already. I did have Clemson beating McNeese. So I already know they're the favorite. I mean, it's the 5 versus the 12 seed. It's Clemson. They gave Duke a run for their money. They gave a lot of people a run for their money. So obviously, this is probably going to be the first upset already in a lot of people's back brackets that's probably already busted, but that's neither here nor there. I have Purdue beating High Point. I have Illinois beating Xavier. I have Kentucky beating Troy. I have UCLA beating Utah State. And I have Tennessee beating Wofford. Moving on to the next round, this is where I have to literally use my paper because I can't see it up here. So I have Auburn beating Creighton. I have Michigan beating Texas A&M, which is a somewhat would be an upset if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Texas A&M is the 4 seed, Michigan's the 5 seed. So I got a little upsets going up on here for you guys. I have Iowa State beating North Carolina. I have Michigan State beating Marquette. Obviously, you already know this. I have Duke beating Baylor. Going to get a little bit revenge on Jeremy Roach. I have Oregon beating Arizona. That's another upset I got. I have Bama beating Wisconsin. Moving on to the bottom side of the bracket. I have Florida beating UConn. I have Memphis beating Maryland. I have Texas Tech beating Missouri. I have St. John's beating Kansas. I have Houston beating Gonzaga. I have Purdue beating Clemson. I have Illinois beating Kentucky, which is a shocker for me. I have a little upset there. I have Illinois beating Kentucky. And then I have Tennessee beating UCLA. Moving on to the Elite Eight. I can't really tell you the teams because I got them in the back of my paper. But for the Elite Eight, I have this matchup going into the Elite Eight. I have Auburn going up against Michigan State. I have Duke going up against Bama. I have Florida going up against St. John's. And I have Houston going up against Tennessee. Moving on to the Final Four. I have an upset. I have Michigan State beating Auburn. I have St. John's. Shout out to Coach Patino over there in St. John's. I'm buying into the Cinderella story over there. I am picking the underdog. I am going St. John's. Obviously, I'm going Duke over Bama. And I'm going with Mr. Kelvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars. And in the national championship game, I have Mr. Kelvin Sampson. I'm sorry, I love you, and I thank you for everything you've done for the Lumbee people and the Lumbee community, but you are going down against my Duke Blue Devils. And I have St. John's beating Michigan State. And I have, you already guessed it, you already know it. I have the Duke Blue Devils winning the national championship game. And those are my picks. That was so much fun to do with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast, and I hope you guys did as well. Drop a like on the video. Comment down below what is your picks as well. I would love to hear them. I want to know what you guys got going on. Do you guys agree with my picks? I know you couldn't see them on the screen, but I did my best, and I'm sorry that I was late. I wish it could have been interactive and you could have actually seen who I was picking, but it was still fun and all in all. At the end of the day, the more important thing, I had the Duke Blue Devils going all the way. Cooper Flag and the guys. John Shire is going to bring us the 6th national championship into Durham, North Carolina, and hopefully Cooper Flag will come back and we'll run it back another time. I doubt that's going to happen, but a guy can dream. A guy can dream. But more importantly, thank you guys for joining me for the video. Again, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Check out all my links in the bio to get the link to the Alpha podcast located on Apple and Spotify podcast. And you can look down on my playlist below as well. I have reaction videos, comic book commentary, again, trailer reactions, sports, all of that is down below in the comments as well. Lastly, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. It was so much fun doing this, and I will see you again on another episode of the Alpha Podcast. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya.